It's been approximately a week since Dark Phoenix was released in theaters. In the film, I did notice something that Mystique said that caught my attention. She said along the lines, "Women are always saving the men around here." With that being said, I decided to make this video inspired by that quote. This is Galaxy Bunny with top 10 powerful female X-Men characters. Now, on my top 10 list is Storm. Storm is considered to be an Omega-leveled mutant. You might be wondering what an Omega-level mutant is. Well, they are pretty much mutants that are able to control mass and matter and are pretty much recognized to be the strongest mutant in the comic book world. Storm is a mutant that can pretty much control and manipulate the weather she chooses, thus being able to destroy countries. As a matter of fact, her powers are very adaptive, so that means that if she goes onto another planet, she's able to control and manipulate the weather on that planet too. And it's not limited to just Earth. She can pretty much destroy countries with floods, tornadoes, earthquake, anything, you name it. She can pretty much manipulate anything when it comes to Mother Nature. I mean, at least the weather anyway. Coming in at number 9 is Jubilee. She is a mutant girl that joined the X-Men at an early age. She shoots out plasmoids from her hands. Her blasts are strong enough to do as much damage as a nuclear fusion bomb if she taps into that ability. If she wants to go for the kill, she can easily burst into her enemy's brains. Isn't that awesome? In her earlier appearance, Jubilee was immune to telepathy, but it was then changed for some reason. I don't know why. At number 8, I have Kitty Pryde. She is one of the mutants that joined the X-Men at an early age. As a matter of fact, she joined the X-Men when she was only 13 years old. She can walk through almost anything, but the bad thing is that the denser that the object is, the more she experiences pain and disorientation. She can also face enemies into other objects. She also knows various martial arts. As a result of having this power, she's able to resist some telepathy attacks, although the resistance proved to be quite inconsistent. After having used the Black Vortex, her powers have been increased, which enables her to pretty much phase an entire planet. Back then she wasn't able to do that, but wow. And she can pretty much traverse between planes of the multiverse and is immune to the effects of space. Shit, she even came toe-to-toe with Emma Frost. Coming at my number 7 spot, I have Raven Darkholme, aka Mystique. Mystique is a shapeshifter that can pretty much kick butt, but she has also come toe-to-toe with none other than Wolverine. It is said that she has lived as early as the 1700s, and that Wolverine was her lover. She's a good strategist, which is why she's a leader in groups of other mutants and is the right hand of Magneto. She can also compress herself like a paper. She so happens to be able to survive explosions as a result, which is why I placed her kind of below Jubilee for that reason. She can also move her vital organs to grow out extra limbs, and she has night vision. What? At number 6, Rogue is the adoptive daughter of Mystique. She has the ability to absorb other mutant powers as well as their memories and personalities. Just by simply touching the affected person, the targeted entity then loses these abilities and those memories at exactly the amount of time that Rogue had come in contact with them. And the effects may cause the victim to become weak to the point where it will kill them. After the conclusion of Messiah Complex and X-Men Legacy, she is able to control her powers. After that, Rogue underwent with additional changes to where Rogue is able to drain the life energy and supernatural skills from her victims from a further distance and does not require her to touch them. Ooh, interesting. Number 5, we have Psylocke, twin sister of Captain Britain. Was actually a supporting character of her brother. Before becoming Psylocke, Betsy was a model who seldomly used her abilities. Before she became the Psylocke that we all came to know her as, she lost all her recollection of who she was when the Hand took her in and altered her mind by placing it inside of a female ninja named Quanna. Her earlier powers consist of telepathy, where she could telepathically communicate with her teammates who were in Australia while she was in DC, of course without the help of Cerebro. She was also capable of controlling minds, manipulate them, as well as possessing them. It is also said that she was able to subdue, tap, and even kill her victim. After becoming Revanche, she developed fighting skills thanks to her amnesia. However, her telepathic powers wasn't as powerful as it used to be. However, all her telepathic abilities were restored after Revanche's death. Her most common ability, however, are her psychic knives, which are made the same way as the psychic blasts. At number 4, we have Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch is a mutant who served in the Brotherhood of Mutants along with her brother Quicksilver. Before joining the X-Men, her powers consisted of life-altering realities such as the time when she decided to wipe out the entire mutant race, as well as sorcery, and had some resistance to the Phoenix Force. At number 3, Emma Frost, and you will eventually find out why she's at number 3. She was formerly known as the White Queen of the Hellfire Club. She became a mentor for the X-Men after Xavier merged his school with her school, and she was not at all that pleased to find out that that's exactly what he did. After the Sentinel Massacre, Emma Frost survives the attack because of her secondary mutation, which enables her to armor herself by encasing her entire body in diamond form. That's really pretty. Besides that, she's also a telepath. She can also project thoughts, prevent other telepaths from reading her mind, control them, and does astral projections. And the reason why she's at number 3 is because she survived the decimation of the mutant race. Cool, huh? Now this was a very hard decision to make. It pains me not to put her in my number 1 spot, but I just had to put her at number 2. At number 2, I have Jean Grey, also known as Phoenix or Dark Phoenix. After being exposed to a cloud of radiation in space and thus becoming the Phoenix, it caused Jean Grey, the real Jean Grey, to go into a cocoon on a bay and thus creating a duplicate of Jean. After beating the X-Men in a fight, Phoenix traveled through a freaking galaxy and destroyed an entire solar system. Her powers consist of telepathy, telekinesis, flight, energy absorption, cosmic teleportation, energy manipulation, resurrection force, and those are just a few of her powers. She's OP as hell. Alright, so at number 1, I have Hope Summers, the adoptive daughter of Cable and Hope Summers. She is pretty much called the Messiah of all the mutants, hence why her town was decimated, as well as the children, by the Purifiers, a terroristic organization with a Christian mindset. Wow. Hope is able to mimic other mutants at their utmost power capacity. However, she generates powers that are far too dangerous for people. Thus, why she was described as the voodoo doll to the mutant race. She can also jumpstart a newly emerging mutant power, not to mention that the Phoenix Force chose Hope Summers as its host. Besides all that, with the help of Scarlet Witch, they were able to beat Dark Phoenix Cyclops. This concludes this video, and thanks so much for sticking it out to the end. Don't forget to push the subscribe button to join the Galaxy family. I hope you guys have an epic one, and I will see you all later. Bye!